Hey everyone, I'm going to talk about the power of you. People working together is excellent, but without one person to start that whole idea in action, no one will really get together and do it. Here's a great example. About 2 summers ago, I went to Boston for basically like a civil rights movement type thing, and I went there with a couple of my friends and I. Little did I know, I didn't exactly know what their intentions were when I was going with them. All I wanted to do is see people come together and do great things. That sadly wasn't the case. As we were walking around there, my friends would yell out "Blue Lives Matter" and a lot of like racist stuff. So there was a lot of commotion going on, and we were in the middle of a street, and there's kind of like fights breaking out and stuff like this. So I figured I could give something a try. I had no idea what was going to happen. All I could do was hope for the best. I ended up sitting down in the middle of the road, just crisscross applesauce, just chilling there. Not really I didn't say anything, nothing. I just sat in the middle of the road. So one person wanted to sit down with me. That person did, until a voice came out and he said Blue Lives Matter. Don't sit with him. He's hateful. Don't sit with him. So people started circling me, spitting on me, kind of saying mean names and all this stuff. And they kept asking me, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" I simply didn't respond to any of that. I just sat there and just minded my own business until it got to the point where it was really bad. And this person put out his hand. He was African American. I simply just reached out, got a handshake. They took a lot of pictures of that. He pulled me up off the ground, and everyone just kind of was in shock. There's what just happened. This is incredible. They broke out and danced, or were cheering. They were so surprised. They were like, "This is the most amazing experience I've ever had." See, you can transform hate into love. Pretty simple. All you have to do is really believe in yourself, know what you think you're doing is right, and someone will come out there and give you a hand to help you out with that. And it'll show everyone that this can happen. And it doesn't even have to use words. All it has to do is actions. So now that we're on the topic of actions, I want to say a little bit about the power of compliments. Compliments are huge. Compliments make people's days, okay? If you walk down, don't get me wrong though. You can't exactly go down like making compliments to every single person. That'll make people be like, "All right, what's up with this guy?" Simply, I just walk around sometimes, and if I see someone that is wearing or is doing something I really like, I will say, "Hey, I really like your hat," or something. Because the other day I saw a lady with a hat with two little fur balls that looked kind of like bunny ears. So I was like, "That's awesome. I really want to give you a compliment over your hat." The other day, me and my girlfriend, I gave her flowers like a week ago. And what we decided to do with those flowers was we were going to write notes. We wrote notes, little happy notes on each flower. And we started handing it out to people that looked like they were deserving of one. And everyone's deserving of one, but we only had a limited amount. So we really wanted to make sure the people that were having bad days received them. As we were doing that, we kind of split up and we're doing our own thing. At the end of it, I was trying to find her, and I followed the dude with the flower. He had a flower. He was smoking a cigarette, and he didn't seem like he was having a great day until he got that flower. All of a sudden, I heard him say as I was walking by, "This is the nicest thing anyone has ever done to me." All you have to do is the simplest little things for people, and they'll completely have a different outlook on the world. They'll be like, "Wow, people actually do care about me. People do care." I mean, it's really hard to see in this time of age that people actually care with all this hate going on and just terrible things. But you just gotta keep positive and optimistic and know what you're doing is right and constantly do it, because people really need that reassurance that there's good people out there and they do care. Now I'm going to switch it a little bit. I'm going to talk about motivation. Motivation is excellent. It's key. It's very important. But you're not always going to be motivated. You're going to lose motivation from time to time. That's it's easy to have your motivation and keep it rolling, but the moments you lose that motivation, those are the moments that you need people the most. You have to have a support system. When you're down, you have to be able to reach out to someone who can help you, guide you to get back to where you were in a good state of mind, ready to go, completely confident in yourself, because you're not always going to be confident, you know. Confidence, it's practice. It's looking at yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, you're amazing. You can do anything. Don't listen to anybody, because what you're doing, you know, is right, and it's going to change a lot of things. Change is very good, and change can be very bad. So you got to have a strong moral compass on what your actions are going to be. Here's a really good example of support. Say, for instance, the Red Sox just won the World Series. A lot of people were celebrating, enjoying it, were watching the games, but they never really support the Red Sox throughout their entire career and stuff, you know, because people love to join the bandwagon to celebrate, and that's the truth of it. People will celebrate when you're winning, but not many people will be there when you're down. Those are the times that are the most important. Those are the type of people you constantly have to keep in contact with, because those people are going to keep you going. You know, you're not going to, after you win something and you try to reach out to all those people that are only celebrating your wins, they're not going to be there. They aren't. They are going to move on for something else. And that's their problem. You know, that's not your problem. That's their problem. Clearly, they don't understand what it takes to have success and have hard work. Clearly, they've never experienced trying so hard for something after falling down many times and then finally achieving it. They only see the good. They don't see the bad of it, or the hard times. I mean, there really is no bad of it when you're working towards a goal you're very proud and motivated for, and that's the goal you want to reach. Also, another thing about goals, you're going to have goals. You better have goals throughout your entire life, because once you achieve a goal, you're going to kind of plateau and be like, now what? The now what is, where am I going to go from here, and how do I get there? For me, to keep myself constantly feeling motivated and achieved, I set goals almost every day. I say, hey, I'm going to do this. It could be the smallest goals, you know, take a shower, brush your teeth. Or for me, I want to go for a run. I want to do a blog. I want to talk to someone I really haven't talked to in a long time. Just keep it very simple. It's the baby steps that get you to the top of the mountain, you know. You take one step after another. You don't exactly see the progress, but before you know it, you're going to be at the top and be like, wow, I did not even see this working, maybe, you know, because in the beginning it seems so far away, but if you keep just chugging along, you'll get there, and you're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe I actually did this. I compare mountains a lot to my life because I'm a huge hiker, and there's constantly going to be another mountain, like everyone metaphorically says. There's always going to be another mountain to climb, but I literally climb mountains for the learning purpose, and because, well, I just really love it. I can always learn new things on different mountains. The steeper ones I'd preferably like, but I also enjoy doing little ones, easy ones too, just to really take a break from overworking myself. But there will always be obstacles on hikes. There'll be roots, really steep. There'll be water, unstable areas. That's life, you know. There's going to be roots you're going to have to walk over. You're just going to have to discover the easiest, most easiest, most logical way to get over those hurdles. And yes, you are going to reach unstable points on that mountain, and that's also going to be your state of mind. Sometimes you're not always going to be stable, you know, but if you really practice a lot, you will have the skills to know what to do in those situations. For me, on those situations when I'm unstable, I reach out to people. I make sure they know I'm not doing well, and if it gets to the point, I'll get proper help or medical help. But if it doesn't get to that point, I'll just stay in contact with the people that will always support me, and they'll help me through it, because you can't walk this life alone. You can try if you're that stubborn, but you're not going to get that far. You really won't. And that's all I really want to talk to you guys about today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you receive compliments. I hope you give compliments, and I hope you achieve one goal today.